Now, I'm not the world's biggest collector. I'm not a veteran either. In fact, I'm not even a rookie. I've got 3 collections to my names. One of those being Pokemon games, which I don't have any of the mainline games which I wanted to collect. I've got mangas, which I've only got 1 full collection, but that's because it's not even out, which is Mashle, but however the fuck you want to pronounce that. But I don't have the collection of any of the other mangas I've got. And the other thing I collect is kind of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I wouldn't really call that collection. I just pick a few of the cards I like, such as the ones I play on Master Duel or the God cards. But that's besides the point. I don't collect basically anything in my life. But the other day I had a spark. I had a memory, a deep-rooted, seeded memory in my head. And I wondered if I had that memory still, if I had the physical form of that memory. And I dug it up. I found this mummy and I dug that mummy up, opened its coffin. And I found a collection of cards from my youth. One that you guys probably haven't even heard of. I doubt a lot of you would have heard of them. That's how rare a case I think this is. And I found them. And I found them in fairly good condition. And the cards I'm talking about, and I don't know if you guys are going to know this for a majority of you, is Dracomania. I'm probably going to have to flip the screen here because it's the other way around for you guys. But Dracomania. Now, I'm going to set the stage here for the play. I'm going to put all the things in motion so you guys can kind of follow and you know where I'm at with this. So in my youth, I was a big kid, to put it very lightly. And that's not a pun. I was a very heavy kid. And I liked to eat everything in sight. And during my youth as well, I used to live in a country called Barbados. And in Barbados at the time, they used to sell these crisp packets. And these crisp packets contained prizes in them. Now, I don't know if America still does this. I know the UK definitely doesn't, or anywhere else, such as Portugal or I go to. But nowhere does prizes in cereal boxes or crisps. And I don't know why. I thought that was the greatest thing ever. It's such a good thing to not only buy a pack of crisps, but have something to collect or something to look forward to. I thought that was great. But that's besides the point. Back in the day, we had those. And one of the things that they used to promote was these Dracomania cards. And, oh, little fat Jordan was more than excited. He got to eat and collect something cool. So you already know I was shoving potatoes down my throat to collect these and to feed fuel to the fire. But I then started to become semi-addicted to the point where I would ask my mum to buy me them pretty regularly. And in fact, one of these cards I actually found on the floor and collected them because I could never pack it. And actually now I've got 2 different versions of it. So these Dracomania cards kind of took over a bit. And I thought they were cool. I thought it was a cool thing to have a collection of cards in a crisp packet. And I finally found them. I got this spark and I remembered that these cards existed. And my mum actually kept them and kept them ziplocked in a bag. And my aim now is to collect every single one of these. Now, the title of this video is that this is the rarest collection in the world. And I stand by it. I do think there's wiggle room for some people to say that others are more rare collections. But I'm going to put my foot down here and say that I think I'm definitely up there. Because I've been searching for it. And I am missing a few cards to this collection. But I've mostly got the 2 versions of each card, and it is almost a complete collection. Almost not fucked. Like, let me get it. Fat Jordan got bored and started marking it with ink markers. So yeah, it isn't a near perfect collection. I tried to look for it online, and it is nowhere to be seen. This is where my basis of this is one of the rarest card collections I can find, because it's not on eBay. It's not on a separate website. I can't find anything. The only things I could closely find was one actual complete collection, but it's in Portuguese, so I've actually got the rarest English collection. And there was another collection from a second video, but his wasn't even complete either. So there's only one actual real complete collection out there, but it's in Portuguese. So I'd say I probably got the closest English collection. And I thought it was cool, and I was proud of it, and I kind of wanted to show you guys what I've got. So let's start low and work our way up from these puppies. So there's 32 cards in total. I think I'm missing 4 of them. So if you guys are sharp, you can see which ones I've marked in the ink and which numbers I'm missing. So first one, I'm going to probably flip the screen at some point so you guys can see these better, is the unicorn. There we go. Look at that puppy. This is what the cards look like. Really cool designs in a lot of them, and that's why I want to collect them. I just think they're cool designs. 31 is the orc, or ogre. I think it's ogre. I think it's the ogre. Another cool design. 30 is skeleton. If you guys don't care about this, just skip it. I just want this in the video. Another cool design. So you could kind of tell that these are all like very standard mythical creatures. And I think that's why they kind of put them towards the lower end. And they're not really mythical creatures that a lot of people care about. But here we're stirring the pot a bit We've got a cool lava giant. And now, if you guys also have eagle-eyed vision or you just have eyeballs, you can see that there's numbers at the bottom. So this actually was a game. I never actually played the game. I only cared about collecting it. But who knows? If I get the full collection and I find someone else with the full collection, I might even do a video playing the game. But all I care about is collecting all these puppies. Next, we got an angel. This one, I've actually got very vivid memories of because I packed this fuck so many times. Every time I saw this guy, I got viscerally angry. Genuinely viscerally angry. Then we have the little elf, little Link cosplay. He must have been a big Nintendo fan. And this is the first miss of the video. So we go from 27 to 25. So I'm actually missing 26. And if I remember after the video, I'll put the ones that I'm missing in between. For the Viking there, I'm going to try to go quickly. This is another one I kept packing all the time, which is the Barbarian. But he's also cool design, so I won't go into that one too much. Next is actually one of my favoritely designed cards, the Shadow. I like anything to do with shadows and shadow manipulation, anything. I just think it's cool, and it's such a cool concept to have something that's not tangible. Anyway, we then have the Priest, which is, in my opinion, probably the most boring of the lot. He's a priest who's also a wizard, I guess, but there's also a wizard. There's actually two wizards coming up. Then we have the first card that I actually don't have uninked, which is the Pegasus. Now, little fat Jordan was very hungry and also very bored, apparently, because I don't know why I fucked up these cards. I must have just not valued them as much at the time. I just wanted to collect them and just say I collected them instead of actually keeping them. But then we have the first wizard, which is Merlin. Another cool one. But then they kind of... I don't really know why they did this. They've had two wizards, also side by side. And they kind of look like the same thing. And I don't know why the Magician is higher ranked than Merlin, considering Merlin is like the king of all wizards, I think. I don't know if my lore is accurate. Anyway, the Wolfman is next. If it would focus. There we go. Oh, just a werewolf. We have another card that I've decided to taint with my boredom. And it's also Ben. I actually have more of these cards. I actually have probably like a collection of 100 of them, but a lot of them are inked or they're just... I've got a stupid amount of duplicates. Then we have the Warrior. There's definitely an easier way of doing this. I could just put the pictures of everything up on the screen, but I think it's cool to just sit here and show you guys the collection I have. Colossus. And that one is, at the moment, my personal favorite, or one of my personal favorites, because I think it's an homage to Shadow of Colossus, at least personally. And the last one before we get into the top 10, because the top 10 I think is cool, is the Knight. And this one, whilst it's not tainted with boredom, it is kind of worn and torn. So, not great, but they all have personality to them, I think. They all come from years ago, so the fact that none of these are absolutely torn apart is already great. Now, I don't think any other of the collection has the theme that's going to go on here, but I think it's just the top 10 cards that have these. So, as you can see here, I've got two, but if you guys are really, really eagle-eyed, you can spot a difference. The background is different on one of them, and you can see here I got bored on this one for some reason. The background is different. The one on your... I think when I flip the screen, it'll be left. The one on your left has a silver background, and as you could see through the stats at the bottom, the ones with the silver, I only actually just noticed that before I started recording the video, have better stats. So the silver ones I think are even more rare, or I'd assume they're even more rare. So you have the green dragon there. You then have... Is this blue dragon? I didn't read this before I put it up. I think it's blue dragon. Similar thing. Kind of have the normal background, silver background. Then you have... Which one's this one? The red dragon. But I only have the silver one in that one. I don't have the normal background one in that one, which is annoying. Or I might do, but it might be scratched. So I might have to double check if I've got that in the collection over there. Next, we've got the white dragon. Again, only the one I've got. It might be over there somewhere, but it might be inked with my ink. So, again, I don't know. You know what? The more I talk about this, this isn't actually the best perfect collection ever, but I'm still going to title it that way because I still think I've got a better collection than anyone out there. And then I have two black dragons, which I thought was such a cool design. I like anything to do with black and purple and evil. And, again, if you guys are really sharp-eyed, you can notice that I think this is a printing error in which the silver one says number 6 and the normal one says number 7. I think that's a printing error because every one of these that have a silver and a normal version are the same number. And if I go to... Oh, wait, no. Is that right? Maybe it's not. This is number 5. I swear I had a number 6. Oh, no. Black Dragon. Rewind. Black Dragon is number 6. White Dragon is number 7. So that was meant to be number 7. And then this is number 5. Again, only the one I've got. Can you focus? I hate this camera so much. I'm sorry. There you go. Then we have, and you guys will see a little theme going on here. We have Bronze Dragon. Again, only the one, and it's the silver one, so it's the stronger one, which is always nicely appreciated. But I do prefer the art style on the normal ones, just because there's actually more going on than just a silver background. We then have Silver Dragon, which I have both of, thank God. And then, can you guys guess with the last two's themes? Yep, you guessed it. You were all big brains. It's Gold Dragon. And this one I also have both of. Now, which could be the last one, you might be asking? If number 2 is Gold Dragon and we're following a theme, what could it be? Could it be Platinum Dragon? If you're a Minecraft player, Diamond Dragon? Emerald Dragon? No, it's actually not. It's actually this guy who I found on the road. I don't know if this is the exact card I found on the road, because when I found it on the road, I actually struggled to find it. And as soon as I found it on the road, I kept packing him all the time, which is Master Dragon. And I actually have both of them. I have the normal back version, which this is one that I was kind of talking about, or the one I kind of really mean about the background, because his background looks so cool, and then the silver version is stronger, which I assume more people would use in the game. But the silver looks so boring, and that one looks cool. But anyway, yeah. I've kind of collected all of them. I've got 4 missing. But this is a cool collection, and if anyone out there, if you've seen the numbers I'm missing and you have them out there, I'm more than happy to buy them off you. Not for a stupid price. If you ask for $10 million, you can go fuck yourself. But if you come up with a decent offer, I would be more than happy to buy it off anyone's hand and get a full collection. Even if you can supply the ones I've kind of got marked off, or any of the dragons I don't have the normal back or silver back versions to compared to these, I'd really appreciate it. But I kind of just wanted to sit here and kind of just talk to you guys about this, because I used to love this collection, and I still do. I'm really glad I've got this. And as I grow older, I want to start collecting more stuff that I find near and dear to me, such as complete my manga collection, like I said at the start. I really do want to collect all the Pokemon games as I can. I've pretty much got my Yu-Gi-Oh collection done. If you guys want to see that, I'll do a separate video for that. But it's just cards that I found cool or near and dear, and I think I've got like 7 of them. Those are the ones I really care about. But this is another collection I want to complete, and I will complete this, because this was a childhood thing for me. But I thought it was cool to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys didn't know about this, well, now you do. And it's out there in the world. I have hopefully got the rarest card collection in the world. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.